મારા મિત્ર મૃણાલભાઈ શુક્લાએ જ્યારે જૂન મહિનામાં એવું વાત કરી કે શું નવીન કરી શકીએ, અને એમનો આ પ્રસ્તાવ હતો કે બિઝનેસની બુકની પર રિવ્યૂ જો ચેમ્બર કરે તો એ એપ્ટ ગણાશે. આ 21મી સદીના ત્રીજા દાયકાની અંદર જ્યારે સરસ્વતીનો મહિમા છે અને સરસ્વતીના ઉપાસક થકી બિઝનેસને પણ વેગ મળતો હોય તેવા સંજોગોમાં આ કાર્ય, ભગીરથ કાર્યની શરૂઆત કોઈક રીતે આ વર્ષમાં થવી જોઈએ, અને આ યજ્ઞની શરૂઆત આજે કરવા આપણે જઈ રહ્યા છે. એકચ્યુઅલમાં આ કાર્યક્રમ 25મી જુલાઈએ સૌથી પહેલાં રાખેલો હતો, અને અમને ખેદ છે, વિનયભાઈને પણ અમારે વિનંતી કરવી પડેલી હતી કે શહેરમાં એ દિવસે ખૂબ પાણી ભરાયા હતા. 23મી જુલાઈએ નવું બજેટ આવેલું હતું, અને 25મી જુલાઈએ ચેમ્બરે એક વક્તાને બોલાવેલા હતા. એ દિવસે પણ પાણી ભરાણા હતા, એટલા માટે ઓનલાઈન પ્રોગ્રામ થયો હતો, અને આ કાર્યક્રમ કોઈ કારણસર આપણે પાછળ પોસ્ટપોન કરવો પડ્યો હતો. આજે સારું મુહૂર્ત છે, અને એ સારા મુહૂર્તની અંદર આ કાર્યક્રમ આપણે કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છીએ. સૌપ્રથમ આજના આપણે હાજરીની નોંધ લઈએ. આપણા વક્તા વિનયભાઈ અગ્રવાલ તો આપણી સાથે છે, પણ ઇફ યુ ઓલ અગ્રી દેટ જેમણે ચેમ્બરે બિઝનેસમેન ઓફ ધ યરનો એવોર્ડ આપેલો છે તેવા એથર ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીના અશ્વિનભાઈ દેસાઈ આપણી વચ્ચે ઉપસ્થિત છે. તો વક્તા અને અશ્વિનભાઈ બંનેને આપણે વધાવી લઈએ, અને હું રિક્વેસ્ટ કરીશ કે આજના અધ્યક્ષ પદે મૃણાલભાઈ શુક્લા આ વેલકમ એડ્રેસ કરીને આ સભાનું સંચાલન શરૂ કરે.
નમસ્તે, ગુડ ઇવનિંગ. ધ સદર્ન ગુજરાત ચેમ્બર ઓફ કોમર્સ એન્ડ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી વતી આજનો આ કાર્યક્રમ બુક રિવ્યુ ઓન બેસ્ટ સેલિંગ બુક ઈટ ધેટ ફ્રોગ. આપણે બધાએ કોઈને કોઈ રીતે બ્રિયાન ટ્રેસીને વાંચ્યા જ હશે, અને એમની કોઈ પણ આપણે પુસ્તકની વાત કરીએ તો એ બેસ્ટ સેલર જ હોઈ શકે. આજના આ કાર્યક્રમમાં મંચની શોભા, मैं हिंदी में बोलूं गुजराती में बोलूं? गुजराती ચાલશે કે હિન્દીમાં બોલું? આપ જેમ કહો તેમ. મને ફાવશે બંને. મંચની શોભા, એક તો આજના આપણા વક્તા શ્રી વિનયભાઈ અગ્રવાલ જો આ પુસ્તકનો આપણી આગળ એનો અર્ક, કારણ કે આટલા ઓછા સમયમાં આપણે પુસ્તકને સમજવી. આમ તો આપણે બધા ટેસ્ટ મેચમાંથી T20 તરફ ગયા છીએ, અને આપણા કેપ્ટન રોહિત શર્મા તો હવે ટેસ્ટ મેચને પણ T20ની જેમ રમી દે છે. એટલે વિનયભાઈએ પણ આજે એક ભૂમિકા ભજવવાનું નક્કી કર્યું છે. આ પુસ્તકને આપણી સમક્ષ તેઓ, આપણી ભાવકો સમક્ષ તેઓ રજૂ કરવાના છે. હું એમને આવકારું છું. અત્યારથી બરાબર 15 મિનિટ પહેલા સાનંદ સુખદ અને આશ્ચર્યજનકભાઈ ક્ષણ સર્જાઈ કે આપણી સાથે અશ્વિનભાઈ દેસાઈ આપણી સાથે જોડાયા, અને એ ખૂબ આનંદની વાત કહેવાય અને બહુ ગૌરવની વાત કહેવાય. એટલે આ મંચ માટે એક જબરદસ્ત તાળીઓ બને છે. હું પૂરા હૃદયના ભાવ સાથે અશ્વિનભાઈ આપને આવકારું છું, મારા પ્રિય મિત્ર. અને આ કાર્યક્રમમાં જેમનો સિંહ ફાળો છે, એવા કોઈ પણ ક્રિએટિવ વાતો કરવાની હોય તો જેની સાથે શેર કરવાનું મન થાય એવા અમારા ગ્રુપ ચેરમેન અને અમારા અંગત મિત્ર એવા સંજય પંજાબી. આ વિચાર જ્યારે આવ્યો તેની પાછળના મૂળ પર જો જવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરીએ તો મારે વિનય અગ્રવાલજીને યાદ કરાવવું પડે કે આજથી લગભગ 1.5 વર્ષ પહેલા આપને ત્યાં જ્યારે અમે અડધું કપ કોફી પીવા માટે અમારા નવા નિયુક્ત થનારા પ્રમુખ વિજયભાઈ મેવાવાલાની સાથે આવ્યા હતા, ત્યારે આપની ચેરની પાછળ એક શોકેસની અંદર પુસ્તકો મેનેજમેન્ટના ખૂબ બધા હતા, અને હું મેનેજમેન્ટનો ભાવક પણ છું અને ટ્રેનર પણ છું. એ નાતે છેલ્લા ઉગતા મેં એમને પૂછ્યું કે આ બધા પુસ્તકોની લાઇબ્રેરી સુંદર બનાવી છે, તો મને એમણે ઠપકા સાથેની ટકોર કરી કે આ માત્ર લાઇબ્રેરી નથી, આ તમામ પુસ્તકો મેં જાતે વાંચેલા છે. એટલે શોભા વધારવા માટે આ પુસ્તકો નથી, માત્ર શોભા વધારવા માટે આ પુસ્તકો નથી. અને ત્યારે મેં તે જ ક્ષણે મનમાં નિશ્ચય કરી લીધેલો કે હવે તમને હું તકલીફ આપીશ. આપને યાદ હશે જ એ વાત. અને ત્યારે કહ્યું હતું કે સર એક દિન आपके साथ हम ये बात आपके साहित्य पुस्तक के साथ हम आपसे बात करेंगे. તો આપણે કહીએ છીએ ને કે જે જ્યારે નિમિત્ત હોય, વચ્ચે વરસાદ ભલે પડી ગયો હોય, પણ જે થઈને રહેવાનું છે તે થવાનું, અંતે આજે થયું. તો આપણે આજે બ્રિયાન ટ્રેસીને શ્રી વિનય અગ્રવાલની નજરે એમના પુસ્તક દ્વારા સમજવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરીશું. થોડો પુસ્તકનો અભ્યાસ મને પણ ગમે છે એટલે મેં કર્યો છે. અને એક વ્યક્તિ ઇફેક્ટિવ કેવી રીતે બને? આપણે બધા ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક લીડર હોઈશું, એન્ટરપ્રિન્યોર હોઈશું, પરંતુ ઇફેક્ટિવ હોવું એ ખૂબ અગત્યનું છે. અને એને માટે એણે 21 સૂત્રો જે આપણી આગળ મૂક્યા છે. એટલે આ આખી જિંદગી પસાર થાય, ખર્ચાય, ત્યારે કેટલીક વાતો સમજાય, તેવા એમના 21 સૂત્રો છે. એમાંના કેટલાક તો અદ્ભુત છે. આપણે કેવી રીતે તૈયારીઓ કરવી જોઈએ, એમાંનો એક સુંદર મુદ્દો એમણે આપ્યો છે 80-20નો, જે પણ ખૂબ અદ્ભુત વાત છે કે આપણે 80%ની પાછળ જિંદગી ખર્ચી નાખીએ, ખરેખર તો 20%. અને એ પ્રિન્સિપલ દુનિયાના કોઈ પણ ખૂણે કોઈ પણ કામમાં ઉપયોગમાં આવતો હોય તેવી વાતો છે. હું ઘણી બધી વાતો આ વિષયની વાત નહીં કરું, કારણ કે એના માટે આપણી સાથે વિદ્વાન વ્યક્તિત્વ જોડાયેલા છે. એટલે હું ફરી એકવાર એમને આવકારું છું, મંચને આવકારું છું. એ સાથે આ અગ્રહરોળ અને આ સભાગૃહમાં ઉપસ્થિત આ હાજરી એ પણ સેલ્યુટને અધિકારી છે. આપ સૌને હું આવકારું છું. નામ બોલું તો અહીંયાથી જનકભાઈથી શરૂ કરીને છેલ્લે સુધી અનુજભાઈ લગીના બધા નામો આ શહેરના એના સમય મારે તો ન જ લેવાનો હોય, એમને જ આપવાનો છે. હું આપ સૌને આવકારું છું અને આ સાથે મારી વાણીને વિરામ આપું અને મારી વાતને અહીં આગળ વિરામ આપું. થેન્ક યુ.
મૃણાલભાઈ, ફરીથી અમે ખેદ વ્યક્ત કરીએ છીએ કે 5:30ના સમયના સાથે આપણે કદાચ 20 મિનિટ લેટ ચાલી રહ્યા હતા. અને ચેમ્બરની ખૂબ જ એક રિચ્યુઅલ પ્રમાણે અતિથિ દેવો ભવ અને આજના વક્તા વિનયભાઈ અગ્રવાલને પુષ્પગુચ્છથી વેલકમ કરવા માટે હું મૃણાલભાઈ શુક્લને વિનંતી કરીશ અને સાથે એમને મોમેન્ટો પણ અર્પણ કરે. આ ક્ષણનો આ તકનો અમે લાભ લઈને પાછા મૃણાલભાઈને એક વખત વિનંતી કરીએ કે આપણા માનવંતા મહેમાન અશ્વિનભાઈ દેસાઈને પણ પુષ્પગુચ્છથી સ્વાગત કરીને કાર્યક્રમને આગળ વધારે. આમ તો કેનેડા સાથેના કાલના સંબંધો કદાચ આપને બધાને ધ્યાનમાં હશે કે આપણા બધા ડિપ્લોમેટ્સને ઇન્ડિયન ગવર્મેન્ટ હેઝ calling them back, and as well as we have given a timing for till 19th of October કે કેનેડાના ડિપ્લોમેટ્સને અહીંયાથી પેક કરીને પાછળ જવાનું છે. એને આ કાર્યક્રમ સાથે શું લેવા દેવા છે? તો જે વક્તા જે ઓથરને આપણે ડિસ્કસ કરીએ છીએ ને, બ્રાયન ટ્રેસી, એ કેનેડિયન અમેરિકન છે અને એણે મેનેજમેન્ટના કયા પ્રિન્સિપલની પર વાત કરી, પણ આ યુનિવર્સલ પ્રિન્સિપલની આપણે વાત કરીએ છીએ, બોર્ડરની ઉપરની વાત છે. અને આ કાર્યક્રમનું કઈ રીતે સંચાલન થયું અથવા તો કઈ રીતના એનો કન્સીવ થયો, આજના કાર્યક્રમનો શું મિનિંગ છે, એને વ્યક્ત કરવા માટે હું મૃણાલભાઈને ફરી એક વખત વિનંતી કરીશ અબાઉટ ધીસ પ્રોગ્રામ. શુડ આઈ? ઓકે, ફાઇન, થેન્ક યુ. સો why business book review program? So number one, that સરસ્વતીની ઉપાસના કરવાથી જે બિઝનેસની અંદર ગેપ પડેલા છે, પહેલાં ગેપ નેચરલ હતા અને બિઝનેસીસ ઓછા હતા, ત્યારે એવા સંજોગોની અંદર કોઈ પણ સક્સેસફુલ થઈ શકતું હતું. અત્યારે બિઝનેસીસ અને એન્ટરપ્રાઇઝીસ આર રન બાય ધ સાયન્ટિફિક પ્રિન્સિપલ્સ. Management till one point of time was being conceived as the art. Now it has been considered as good as science. And this science principles will help us to grow the businesses from one orbit to the next orbit. And the whole Surat is passing through some stresses and they are stuck up into one orbit of the enterprises. And this principles probably can help while we review the business books, not any other books, not we are talking about the generalized books of autobiography or any other kind of a non-fiction or non-fiction. But a business books category requires a lot of attention, and that's why this program has been conceived. And I'm thankful to Mrunal Bhai for giving this platform through the chamber as an office bearer, that this program is finally taking off, and we are committed for that. So far as this book is concerned, so the format of the program is dependent on the choosing of a right person. So as Mrunal Bhai has mentioned, કે જ્યારે વિનયભાઈને મળવા ગયા અને એમના શોકેશમાં આટલી બધી બુક્સ હતી ને જ્યારે એમણે કીધું આ બધી બુક્સ વાંચેલી છે, તો નેક્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન વોઝ ધેટ વોટ ઇઝ યોર ફેવરિટ બુક? એન્ડ ધેટ બુક હેઝ કમ ઇટ ધેટ ફ્રોમ Brian Tracy. And if that person is having that favorite book and has understood that book, had gone through that principles of those books, then he is the right person to present that book. So that is a second criteria of choosing that speaker for business book review program. If you come across any person or if you feel that you can present a book which is very near to your heart and which can be justified if you can present it to other fellow entrepreneurs, then probably that will be a service to a community, and that we should continue. And I was just talking about Brunal Bhai to a person, my dear friend Advait, who is from Pune, and when he has gone through that, today I posted about on WhatsApp status and some group, he said that Pune continuously with the Flame University, they are doing this for 109 months, and they have seen the result that after 109 months probably that the level of entrepreneurs of Pune has gone up. On 25th October they are calling Prahlad Kakkar for Admin Madman, that the book what he has written. But similar kind of a movement we would like to continue through chamber, and this is all about the program. Without taking much of the time, I take also this opportunity to present our speaker. So our speaker, as we all know, is Vinay Agrawal. He's into a textile business for 40 years with special interest in wet processing industry. As a family, in addition to textiles, that is processing and knitting, he is also into craft paper recycling, manufacturing and polypropylene bags also. Presently, Vinay Bhai is the chairman of Sachin Infra Environment Limited, which is common effluent treatment plant of 80 million litre per day. Over the years has taken initiative to bring down the per capita consumption of water to the lowest level in the industry. He is also vice chairman of South Gujarat Textile Processor Association and ex-chairman Surat chapter of Confederation of Indian Industry. He is also working actively under leadership of Shrikant Mundra in an NGO, Jivan Adarsh Utkarsh Samiti, which conducts medical seminar periodically regarding health awareness program. One such seminar recently they have concluded at Sunday at Agrasen Bhavan. He has helped more than 100 people to leave tobacco. He loves book reading and he is also running 4 to 5 half marathon every year. So we present here with to you Vinay Agrawal.
Good evening and Jai Shri Krishna to friends from industry, colleagues and office bearer from Chamber of Commerce. I want to specially thank Chamber President Vijay Mewawala, VP Nikhil Madrasi, IPP Ramesh Wagachia, Honorable Secretary Neerav Mandliwala, and Honorable Treasurer Ronald Shukla. Special thanks to Sanjay Punjabi to make me a part of the inaugural session of book review session. I feel privileged and overwhelmed for giving me this opportunity. I would like to share one fact that Eat That Book, in spite of being a book focused towards your workplace practices, actually implementing those tools will be an advantage in other aspects of life too, like family, social, cultural, etc. I would like to start with one quote about book reading. My idea is, if people who have come here and they are not into book reading, I guarantee you from tomorrow, each and every one of you will be into book reading. I will be giving certain clues how easy it is and how you can get it done. You are same as you were 5 years ago, except for the book you read and the friends you make. Now, friend here is a very broad term. I mean, what you were 5 years ago and what you are now, the relationship you've made, the people you've made, those interactions, that adds to your system. And over and above, in 5 years, the knowledge that you've gained through books, through newspaper, through journals, through news, through business practices, whatever. So, life is not something that you need to keep on evolving. So, one of the tools which really helps you evolving is book reading. So, that's why this quote, life will become stagnant if you stop adding knowledge on regular basis. One means of adding knowledge is by reading books. You need to continuously evolve to be competent and relevant. Few more interesting facts about book reading that I want to share with all of you. There may be several good ideas and tips, but adopting even one or two out of same can really be a game changer. For that matter, Eat That Frog will insight into many such tools and practices. But as per our situation and responsibilities, whatever we can pick up and adopt could further enhance our workplace productivity. Over and above, I would just like to discuss a couple of books which have really had impact in my life. One is a book known as Have a Little Faith by Mitch Albom. It's a real life story where the father invites Mitch and tells him that you will do my eulogy. That is, during our baithak, whatever we speak and praise about that person. So he says, Father, the protocol is that incumbent Padre does it. Why have you asked me? So the father says that, Mitch, you are different. I've chosen you because you will do something very different. But he says, Father, I don't know anything about you. And the book is about interaction between the father and Mitch. Now, one chapter that is out of the world in that book is clinical depression is a truth in this world. We are seeing people getting depressed in quantity. People are going to psychiatrists, they have major issues. But the father emphasizes, out of that so-called clinical depression, only about 5% is clinical depression. Then Mitch asks father, what is the remaining 5? He says it is dissatisfaction. The dividing line is very, very thin. Dissatisfaction, not depression. So, father, how to overcome that? It's very simple. Have you ever had gratitude in your life? You start your day with, oh God, I'm thankful for the day. You should be thankful for whatever you have in your life. And the dissatisfaction will go away. Another book written by an Indian author, Atul Gawande, The Checklist Manifesto. It's a beautiful book where he was given an assignment by World Health Organization to check what the minimum protocol in hospitals around the world should be. Going through that, he learned one thing, that the checklist is very important and that can be applied in every aspect of life. Every now and then we read a 3-story building falling in Mumbai or a bridge collapsing in Bihar. Why does this not happen in US? Because the architect, the structural architect there follows the checklist. We are not following it. If we follow the checklist, so many things in life can be resolved. Out of the books that we read, some books stand out and have significantly more impact on our thought process. We need to repeat reading these particular books as and when suitable. We will find the same book to have more enhanced insight and meaning. The reason is, with time we have progressed and that has changed what the book can offer to us. As we gain and add knowledge, the same text becomes more meaningful and insightful. Some wonderful business books I suggest that can simply change the way we do business and can increase productivity to another level. Good to Great and Built to Last by Jim Collins. Critical Chain and Goals by Goldratt. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Every Business is a Growth Business, Ram Charan. Atomic Habit, James Clear. 80-20 Rule, Richard Koch. The Pumpkin Plan by Mike Michalowicz. The Spin Selling, Neil Rackham. Who Not Now, Dan Sullivan. 100 Million Offers, Alex Hormozy. Some of the suggestions that there are in the book Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy are known by all of us. It's simply a revision, but we humans do not apply knowledge in our real life practices. Knowledge is there, but using it judiciously is the key. Galileo once said, "You cannot teach a man anything, you can only help him find it within himself." Judicious of use of knowledge is key to success. The way Brian Tracy has put this, those practice to be adopted in a very simple manner, in what I appreciate about the book. And I'm sure each and every one of us will also add to our existing practice and routine. Another beautiful quote about book reading. I think books are like people in the sense they will turn up in your life when you most need them. They will be part of your journey of life and will be inherent in your subconscious mind. Unknowingly, they will help you resolve challenging situations in life, as the solution is imprinted deep inside us when we actually read with passion and concentration. Let's get down to Eat That Frog. A few ideas that I found interesting and fascinating. Brian Tracy says that he himself became successful and progressed very fast by adopting the following. To be successful, do what successful people do. And do the same things until you get the result. Learn from experts. Great idea. Now, there are some amazing people in this city itself. Numerous times I have had the opportunity to meet Jayanti Kaka. We have Sevanti Bhai from Venus, Ashwin Bhai sitting here, and scores of others. If just you can ask for their time and have a small interactive session, there is ocean to learn from it. And even if you can replicate a small part of it, I guarantee you success is there. It has to be there. There is some reason why they are so successful. So to be successful, do what successful people do. As said by Munalji, the 21 points that he has written down in this book, very briefly I discussed them. We'll start with set the table. Only about 3% adults have clear written goals. They accomplish 5 to 10 times as people at equal or better education. This is a point to be noted. Setting up goals, decide exactly what you want. Kya chahiye? First, you should know that. Perhaps when we find ourselves wanting everything, it is because we are dangerously close to wanting nothing. Write it down. Unwritten goals lead to confusion, vagueness, etc. Set a deadline. Without it, there is no urgency and you will naturally procrastinate. Make a list of everything you can think of that you are going to have to do to achieve the goal. Organize the list into a plan. Organize list as per priority and decide what needs to be done for it. Take action on your plan immediately. Execution is important. Resolve to do something every day that moves you towards the goal. That is the key. You need to do something every day that moves you towards the goal. Written goals have wonderful effect the way we think. They motivate and thrust us into action. They help us in overcoming procrastination as much as any other factor. I'll sum it up by a beautiful quote. A goal is a dream with a deadline. Napoleon Hill. Let's move to point number 2. This is an amazing point and I consider this to be one of the best suggestions by Brian. Plan every day in advance. Planning is bringing the future into present so that you can do something about it now. Your ability to make good plans before you act is the measure of overall competence. Now, every minute spent in planning saves 10 minutes in its execution. It takes 10 to 12 minutes to plan your day, and that small investment will save 100 to 120 minutes. Study after study says so. This is a master stroke of this book. Do we actually do this in our daily routine? I mean, with due respect, so many businessmen sitting here, for 1 rupee invested, can you get 10 rupees? Here, you can get 10x time. 1 minute in planning, it's given 10 minutes saving. So that extra 2 hours of the work day, imagine, isn't it exciting? Working from list can increase productivity by 25% or more. Imagine those 2-3 extra hours you get every day. You can always detail your to-do list for today, week, month. There are detailed suggestions in the book how to go about it. Simply, it is a 10-line rule. 10% of the time spent in planning will save 90% of time getting the job done. Truly encouraging, isn't it? An idiot with a plan can beat a genius without a plan. Warren Buffett. So, do we want to be genius or idiot? The choice is ours. So, if you are not planning from tomorrow, imagine what Warren is saying. We go to the third rule. So, apply 80-20 rule. This is called the Pareto principle. The Italian famous guy. We always have enough time if we use it right. It is named after Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto. The principle is 20% of your list will have 80% of your weightage or priority. 20% customers, 80% sales. 20% of your to-do list, 80% potential. So if you have 10 items to do, 2 top items will constitute 80% of the work. Sometimes the first task can be more important than 9 other put together, so that is where the energy and focus should be. Usually in a factory, we have a 3-month billing detail as per percentage. Suppose a particular section or master has about 80 factories. Surprisingly, the first 16 is not 80 but 85 or 90% of the billing. You try this, it is true. Pareto is right everywhere. That's the frog that you need to eat it first in spite of its ugliness. The 20% top. Your project completion, maybe government compliance, maybe that monthly review meeting, you need to change it and act. Resist the temptation to work on small things. Motivate yourself by imagining the result of top 2 tasks and then acting on it. Time management is life management. It is really taking control of sequence of events. Your ability to choose between the important and the unimportant is the key determination of your success of your life. You will be able to determine this only if you have a written set of work. Resolve today that you are going to spend more and more time on those few areas which matters the most. Consider the consequences. Isn't it rewarding and euphoric? 80% of the value is achieved with 20% of effort. Let's go to point number 4. Your attitude towards time horizon that has long-term impact has an enormous impact on your behavior and choices. Long-term thinking will improve short-term decision making. Successful people have clear future orientation. The clearer you are about your future intentions, the greater clarity you will have on what to do in the moment. So your today's work is decided by your long-term future goals. Long time back, I remember attending a seminar of Santosh Nair, wherein I remember him saying that a CEO of a large company with 100 crore plus sales was checking the logbook of kerosene consumption of cleaning. Is it a waste? I mean, why I am giving this example? Knowingly, unknowingly, we end up doing a lot of these things. We need to eliminate them. The time is going to pass anyway. The only question is how to use it and where you are going to end at the end of the week and months that pass. Every individual has the same set of time on a given day. Law of forced efficiency. There is never enough time to do everything, but there is always time to do the most important things. 3 questions for maximum productivity. What are my highest valuable activity? What can I do if done can make a difference? What is the most valuable use of my time right now? Your answer to these 3 questions will set your priorities. They will help you to climb up the ladder that you have always dreamed of. Okay, I'll repeat. What are my highest valuable activity? Writing it down, and the top 2 are the highest activity. What can I do if done can make a difference? What is the most valuable use of my time right now? The most valuable use is to go for those 2 activities. Going to the next one, there is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose. The knowledge of that one word and a burning desire to achieve it. Practice creative procrastination. Everybody procrastinates. The difference between high performer and low performer is largely determined by what they choose to procrastinate on. You have to anyhow procrastinate. So procrastinate on low value and unimportant activities. You can get your time and your life under control only to the degree which you discontinue low level activities. One of the most powerful of all words in time management is word no. Say it politely, say it clearly, so that there is no misunderstanding. By learning to say no, you are able to procrastinate those activities which are low down in the order and irrelevant for the progress of business. Your job is to deliberately procrastinate on low value activity, continually review your life and work to find time consuming tasks and activities that you can abandon. Instead, spend time with your family, read, exercise, and do something that enhances your life. Set your priorities. Resolve to do it today and now. Use ABCD method. The first law of success is concentration to bend all energy to one point, looking neither to the right and neither to the left. The ABCD method is a powerful priority setting technique that you can use every single day. Technique is very simple. You start with the list of everything you have to do in the coming days. Place them as A, B, C, D. Category is very important. Something that you must do. Put it down in that order and act accordingly. The results are stunning. The rule is never do B task if A is undone. C is low priority and D you are better off delegating. After applying this list, you will feel extremely organized. Your ability to plan and put this task as per potential will be the deciding factor on your growth. If you can balance the chronology of events as per the potential, the results are stunning. Focus on key results. A key area is defined as something for which you are completely responsible. Key result areas are like vital functions of the body. Absence of same leads to death. Similarly, a failure to perform in key area will result to end of your job or underperformance of your organization. The key area of management are planning, organizing, staffing, delegating, supervising, measuring, and reporting. A weakness in any of these areas can lead to underachievement. Once you have determined your key areas, grade yourself with the scale of 1 to 10. That is very important. Start working on those areas where the scale is lowest and the result will be alarming. I mean, out of those key areas, in some you are very well placed, you are 7, 8, 9, but a few could be like, you could be 2 or 1 or 3. That is where you need to work. So how do we go about it? Write it down, give self-assessment and then work. Usually we neglect or procrastinate those areas where we are weak, but the task is important for our organization to work on it. Like Ravindra Bhai tells me, he doesn't like accounting. So if he is not filing his tax return in time and end up paying penalty, that doesn't make sense. It's an area he is not liking it. But anyway, he has to sit with his chartered accountant to get it done. It's a key area. Apply the law of 3. The core tasks are the 3 most important tasks in your work list. Everything else you do is either a support task or a complementary task. That could probably be delegated, downsized, outsourced, or eliminated. Here is an exercise. In the time of 30 seconds, write down the 3 most important goals in your life. Right now, because of time constraint, this will work out very accurate. Later, they can be expanded to other aspects like business, family, relationship, health goals, social and community goals, concerns in life, etc. Give 30 seconds in each and you will be amazed at the answer. Whatever the answer, they will be accurate snapshot of your true situation in life. Fully 85% of the happiness in life will come from happy relationship with other people, especially those closest to you. The critical determinant of quality of your relationship is the amount of time you spend with them. Talking about time management, it is the quality of time at work that counts and the quantity of time at home that matters. No matter what the level of your ability, you have more potential than you ever developed in your lifetime. Every master was once a beginner. Every pro was once an amateur. Robin Sharma. I'd like to give one example that recently our police commissioner, ex-police commissioner Ajay Tomar had shared. There was a farmer in Oklahoma and while digging for the water, actually oil came out from the field. So his support staff comes and tells the farmer, black gooey liquid is coming out. He's not happy. He said, I wanted water. What will I do with that? The news spread and Chevrolet company came to know that it is oil. They rushed to the farmer's place and offered him like $30,000-$40,000 a year of rent for that field. The farmer was simply amazed, and they offered him a lovely big Cadillac car, and they taught him how to drive it. They gave him a lesson, and the farmer next day he wore his tuxedo. He said, I'm going to drive to Oklahoma and show people what kind of a beautiful machine I have. But unfortunately the key was misplaced. Anyway, he got the car moving, and with his tuxedo and bow tie, he's just trying to show off. The car goes to Oklahoma. He does a lot of shopping, and then while coming back also, But in spite of the farmer's concentration being on the right and left, there is no accident, and things go pretty well. Why? Because the farmer could not get the car started, he had put his 2 horses and made the car pull because of the horses. Now the car is of 20 horsepower and he's pulling it with 2 horsepower. Ravindra bhai, we are having 20 horsepower and we are pulling our life with 2 horsepower. We are using just the 10% of our potential. Forget this. One of the greatest person in this world who influenced the world most is Albert Einstein. E is equal to mc square. The atomic bomb was made on that. Some other formulas which are not cracked till today. Theory of relativity, unimaginable what he has written. And actually when the scientist community went into his brain after his death, and through some method they came to know he has only utilized partial of his brain to deliver this. So can you imagine what kind of potential God has given us? Prepare thoroughly before you begin. Create a comfortable workplace. Resolve today to clear up your desk and office completely so that you can feel effective, efficient and ready to get going. This is area highly neglected but is of prime importance. What is your take on this? I think all sitting here will agree on this. When you catch a glimpse of your potential, that's when passion is born. When what you have done is no longer your potential. Potential is what you can do but have not done till yet. Next point, take it one barrel at a time. Person with comparative moderate power accomplish more when they apply wholly and indefatigably to one thing at a time. A great life or a great career is built by performing one task at a time. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You have to believe that the 1,000 steps are achievable, but you need to get started. It is the job that never started that takes longest time to finish. So this point simply says get started. Upgrade your skill. Continually upgrading your skill is your key result area. Remember, however good you are today, your knowledge and skills are becoming obsolete at a rapid rate. Anytime you stop striving to get better, you are bound to get worse. Continuous learning is the minimum requirement for success in any field. Refuse to allow any weakness as lack of ability to hold you back. Everything is learnable, and what others have learned, you can learn as well. 3 steps to mastery. Read in your field at least 1 hour every day. All successful people do this. I can actually see the difference it makes. Take every course and seminar available on skills that can help you. Chamber is doing an amazing and extremely productive work on this aspect. No need to describe it how you are doing. Thank you very much, Chamber. Listen to the audio program in your car. Car owners sit behind the wheels, average 500 to 1500 hours yearly. Is it in great time to enhance your skills and knowledge? Just like physical exercise, you can develop your mental muscle by mental exercise. I have created a habit of reading large font books 15 to 20 minutes every day in the car. That's like 20 books in one book 20 days and about 30 books a year. Isn't it crazy? I am always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it. Learning is a gift even when pain is your teacher. Pablo Picasso. Identify your key constraints. Create all your thought on the task at hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus. There is always limiting factor that is stopping you from achieving high level of productivity and effectiveness. Your job is to study the task and identify the limiting factor or constraint within it. You must then focus all your energy on elevating that single choke point. Also, another great study says that 80% of factors that are holding you back from achieving your goal are all internal. They are within yourself. Only 20% limiting factors are external to you and to your organization. The solution lies within ourselves. Successful people accept complete responsibility for their lives and look to themselves for both cause and cure of their problem. The most powerful acceptance and ladder to success are these three words: I am responsible. The failure to identify correct constraint can lead us to the wrong direction. You can end up solving wrong problem. Starting your days with removal of a key bottleneck or constraint fills you with energy and personal power. Put the pressure on yourself. Only 2% of the people can work entirely without supervision. We can call these people leaders. This is the kind of person you are meant to be if you decide to be. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Warren Buffett. Most of the persons who are attending the seminar here are leaders. They are from the most valued 2%. They have the potential to deliver for their organization and society. To reach your full potential, you must form the habit at putting pressure on yourself and not waiting for someone else to come along and do it for you. Our self-esteem is defined as the reputation you have with yourself. You increase your self-esteem whenever you go beyond the point where the average person would normally quit. Successful people continually put the pressure on themselves to perform at high level. Unsuccessful people have to be instructed and pressured by others. You are your own best judge to what level you can pressurize and lift yourself. This way you will become high performance, high achieving personality. You simply feel terrific about yourself. Simply interact with yourself to do so. There is a giant hiding inside you. I suggest a beautiful and best-selling book to tap your individual potential. Awaken the Giant Within You by Tony Robbins. Motivate yourself into action. To keep yourself motivated, you must resolve to become a complete optimist. You must refuse to let the unavoidable difficulties and setbacks of daily life affect your affirmations. Like, I like myself, I can do it, I feel terrific. All this will keep you motivated in all circumstances. There is a famous saying, it is compelling just of high adventure, of victory, and of creative action that a man finds his supreme joy. The last act the human freedom is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Optimist people seem to be more effective in almost every area of life. Optimists force special behavior. Look for good in every situation. Seek the valuable lesson in every setback of difficulty. Look for solution in every problem. Think and talk continually about our goals. Next, technology is a terrible master. We need to detach on a regular basis from technology that overwhelms us. Technology gives us power, but it does not and cannot tell us how to use that power. It's upon us to use it judiciously. When people are too plugged in communication and technology, it becomes a destructive addiction. People are now checking smartphones 46 to 85 times a day, according to two separate studies. One of the most advanced and productive nations in the world is Germany. They work less than 35 hours a week and still outperform most of others. The reason is 100% focus on work. No distraction from mobile, internet, etc. We need to do this. Just see the results. Follow the 80-20 Pareto principle. You need to reply only 20% of your mail or any other such communication. Check your mail or other communication as per stipulated time that you have set for yourself. Technology is a wonderful servant. You must discipline yourself to treat technology as a servant and not as a master. The purpose of technology is to make life smoother and easier, not to create complexity, confusion, stress. Use technology to regularly remind yourself of what is most important and protect yourself from what is least important. Your digital to-do list is a powerful tool for taking control of your time. It has all positive of a paper to-do list plus a few additional features. A digital to-do list can be edited, transferred and reprogrammed. No matter your age, race or gender, you have the power to master technology. What technology does is create new opportunities to do a job that customer wants done. Focus on attention. Focused attention is key to high performance. Actually, repeatedly checking email or WhatsApp is an addiction. The bell or other sound associated with it releases tiny bit of dopamine. It's like a sound of a ringing when you are playing a slot machine or a kind of reward. This is a huge distraction and can lead you away from your important task. Multitasking is like swinging attention back and forth. After every interruption, it takes 5 to 7 minutes to shift your attention back to your task. This is the reason that so many people are working harder and harder, still not getting the desired results. Imagine what an uninterrupted 60 minutes of work can do. Sometimes I see a lot of government servants taking the file back home for processing as they are not able to concentrate on continuous basis in their office. The solution is to check your internet messages on that given time slot. Concentrate on one important task at a time. Whenever you are meeting people, pay 100% attention to them. Working on your laptop or phone is insulting and non-productive. This applies at home too. This is leading to relationship getting stressed and broken. It is a negative trigger and has a large compounded effect. If you put first 3 hours of a day on an uninterrupted basis for that most important task, your productivity simply doubles. Isn't it amazing and true? Slice and dice. A major reason for procrastination on big and important tasks is they appear large and difficult on first place. Cutting to smaller slices will help you to overcome tasks better. It will be easier to perform smaller tasks sequentially. Also set timeline for all slight tasks that you have planned and written down. This way, when you start and complete a task, you feel motivated, and this helps you going back into the next task. Create large chunks of time. Many successful executives set aside specific time each day to either call customers or to answer correspondence, allocating time for exercise or reading book. In this way, they read dozens of books over a period of time. My takeaway for today: there are 86,400 seconds in a day. 1% is like 864 seconds, approximately 15 minutes. You can easily do 15 pages. That is like 20 books. In 20 days, one book, and about 20 books in a year. Isn't it crazy? 1 year is like about 3 crore 15 lakh seconds. In our lifetime, we are living about 250 crore seconds. 0.5% of that is about 1.25 crore second. If every one of us can allot 0.5% of our time to book reading, we'll end up reading 1,000 books. Can you believe it? 0.5%. Same goes for other. I would like to mention one book, Longevity Simplified. It's written by David Lux, where he says your quality of life and your quantity of life. The quality of life is determined by how much you exercise and what kind of exercise you do and what you eat and what not. One startling and amazing fact about that book is David says that for aerobic, for cardio exercise to benefit you, you need to do it maybe 15 minutes twice a week. That 15 minutes will give you 80 to 90% cardio strength that is needed. After that, the chart simply flattens. So it's again 1% of the day. So many things are just 1% of the day. But we usually are not planning it that way. A sense of urgency shifts you automatically onto fast track on your career. The faster you work and more you get done, the higher will be your level of self-esteem, self-respect and personal pride. You will feel in complete control of your life and your goal. One of the most simplest and yet most powerful way to get yourself started is to repeat the words, do it now, over and over to yourself. Your reputation of getting important work done quickly and well will make you one of the most valuable and respected people in your field. The last point, single handle every task. Nothing can add more power to your life than concentrating all of your energy on a limited set of targets. Single handling requires that once you begin, you keep working at that task without diversion or distraction until the job is 100% complete. By concentrating single-minded on your most important task, you can reduce the time required to complete it by 50% or more. Isn't it all about managing time? The truth is that once you have decided on your number one task, anything else that you do other than that is relative waste of time. Any other activity is just not important as this job, based on your own priorities. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do, whether you feel it or not. Conclusion. The key to happiness, satisfaction, great success, and wonderful feeling of personal power and effectiveness is for you to develop the habit of eating that frog first thing in the morning. What is that frog? Most important task. Make a decision to practice these principles every day until they become second nature to you. With this habit of personal management as a permanent part of your personality, your future success will be unlimited. Just do it. Eat that frog. Today, most of us are having time constraint. But when the American President Barack Obama said that I never fail to exercise every day, I don't understand why we are busier than him. It is all about time management, getting the priorities right and doing the same thing in much less time, delegating, prioritizing, concentrating, writing your goals, simple little changes, and the rewards are simply terrific. Simply, it is about utilization of time. How you do it, as said earlier, prior planning helps you save time 10x. There are multiple tools in this book about productive utilization of time. Suddenly you will start delivering 300%. Isn't it exciting? Just do it. Thank you very much.
I think Mark Twain has written a long back from where this title has been picked up by Brian Tracy. is that if you find a frog, eat it first. And from that Mark Twain quote, probably this book title has been taken it up. So we are open for question answer, maybe some remark, maybe some things related to the books. So we start with Kevin.
I am CA Doshi sir. Vinay sir, practically what problems comes is कि हमने ऐसा देखा है कि कई बार ऐसा कहा जाता है टाइम मैनेजमेंट में भी कि अगर आपके पास कोई छोटा सा काम आ रहा है तो उसको आप कहीं पे नोट करके उसको बाद में छोड़ मत दो, अभी कर लो। तो क्या होता है सुबह में जब हम प्लान करते हैं कि हमें आज सिर्फ ये 3 बड़े बड़े काम लेने हैं विच इज 80% ऑफ रिजल्ट फॉर दिस 2-3 टास्क 20% इज गोइंग टू बी एन 80% टास्क और रिजल्ट फॉर अस। तो वो 2-3 काम जब हम कर रहे हैं तो कोई छोटा सा काम आता है और वो काम ऐसा ही होता है जिसको हम डेलीगेट नहीं कर पा रहे, तो वो छोटा सा काम पहले कर लेना चाहिए, ऐसा कोई ऑथर्स या कोई एक्सपर्ट्स कहते हैं। और वो करने में छोटे काम जो होते हैं जो हम ही कर सकते हैं, डेलीगेशन पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो वो काम करते हैं तो वो बड़े बड़े काम छूट जाते हैं। तो व्हाट इज योर प्रैक्टिकल लुक आउट फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स?
मेक अ नोट ऑफ इट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल।
नोट कर रहे कि जैसे आज मैं कोई भी चीज कर रहा हूँ, लंच करते करते मुझे 2 चीज याद आई तो मैं करने नहीं लगता, उसको मैं लिख लेता हूँ। सो मुझे अब ये पता है कि मुझे ये करना है, मेरे फ्रस्ट्रेशन नहीं है मेरे दिमाग में। पर कोई ऐसा कहता है, जैसे आज हमने ब्रायन ट्रेसी की बुक देखी है, आपने अपने एक्सपीरियंस से कहा, तो कोई ऐसा कहता है कि छोटी छोटी चीज को नोट करके अपना लिस्ट लंबा मत करो, उसको तुरंत फिनिश कर लो। तो आज जैसे मुझे पता है कि जिनका कलेक्शन फॉलोअप है उससे मेरी टीम से नहीं होने वाला है, पर्सनल रिलेशन, तो मुझे पता है 2 मिनट का काम है तो आई शुड नॉट मेक नोट ऑफ इट, आई शुड डू इट। ऐसा कोई कहता है, तो व्हाट इज योर प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन फॉर?
नो, अगर इफ यू एंड अप आपको 2 मिनट भी लगेंगे ना, तो अभी ही हैज वेरी क्लियरली सेड इट विल बिफोर एंड आफ्टर जो डिस्ट्रैक्शन होगा ना, योर टाइम यूटिलाइजेशन विल गो डाउन। सो अल्टीमेटली you write those down.
Correct.
Okay, and for the first 3 hours you are doing the most important only.
Okay.
It's irrelevant कि और कुछ और भी करें.
Correct.
And then if there are remaining 16 works, and again you have to go to the Pareto part कि उसमें से 8 important कौन से हैं, take up in the intensity के हिसाब से chronological level. That you can keep in second half or whatever. If your particular business day is of 8 hours, तो first 3 hours or 2 hours is for that important task. That you are not compromising in spite of anything the other author says.
Okay.
That has to be done.
So वो टाइम टास्क मैनेजमेंट में नहीं जाना चाहिए, टास्क फिनिशिंग में।
Finishing में वो most important task पे काम करना उस समय।
Thank you so much. Any other question? I have a question, Vinay ji. Eat that frog book पढ़ने के बाद आपके बिजनेस में क्या फर्क पड़ा और कहाँ उसको अप्लाई किया?
First of all, he said that you should have a planned day. So I have a to-do list which says what I need to do today, what I need to do in a week, and what I need to do in a month. You can keep it in your mobile, you can edit it. It is such a refreshing thing, and again you can place it in the order of the importance. So just having a look, you don't miss it out.
Correct.
Yeah? So
Correct.
that and what he has said is actually true. If you put that 10 minutes in a day, you get 100 minutes, and that's a lot of time.
Correct.
So you deliver more in shorter time.
But it looks simple here, but actually if we imply it, then probably that in a business and an enterprise, we can get a different result. I mean a greater results. I want that audience to, those who have written and those who have read this book, Eat That Frog. हाथ ऊपर कर सकते हैं आप? किसने ये बुक पढ़ी है? अच्छा, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. Fine. 6. Yeah, we have 6 people here. Good. और कोई आपके अभिप्राय या तो आपके कुछ ये बिजनेस बुक रिव्यू सेशन के बारे में कुछ बताना है? आपकी कोई और बुक की डिमांड है कि ये बुक होना चाहिए? या
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो विनय जी आपको सॉरी, आपका पहला प्रोग्राम हमें पोस्टपोन करना पड़ा और दूसरे प्रोग्राम के इनविटेशन में आपने तुरंत ही टेलीफोनिक हमें हाँ कह दी और आपका ज्ञान का नॉलेज का सबको यहाँ लाभ मिला। जो आपने अभी सब कहा कि टाइम मैनेजमेंट और कोई टास्क ऐसी होती है कि भाई बहुत टफ होती है, जो डिसीजन लेना पड़ता है ऐसे कि तुरंत ले नहीं सकते, और कोई ऐसा फोर्स करके कि नहीं अभी का अभी डिसीजन लो। मैं मेरा अनुभव से, मेरा एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करता हूँ कि इतने टाइम के एक्सपीरियंस में चैम्बर का ही एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करता हूँ, बिजनेस की बात नहीं करता, कि पुराने जो चैम्बर के प्रेसिडेंट से सबने मुझे बनने से पहले जो मेरे जूनियर थे उन लोगों ने भी ऐसा बोला कि भाई बहुत ये टास्क बहुत डिफिकल्ट है और इसमें ये होगा वो होगा, इतने सारे मेंबर्स है, इतने सारे एसोसिएशन है, एवरी मॉर्निंग यू फेस टू न्यू प्रॉब्लम। मगर जो टाइम मैनेजमेंट और वर्क डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हमने जो हिसाब से किया है वो आज के इस सेमिनार में मुझे लगता है कि वो जैसे विनय जी ने बोला है तो वो अगर उसको ऐसे इम्प्लीमेंट करें कि जो वर्क डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और टाइम मैनेजमेंट, एक तो हमारी टीम अच्छी है, टीम कब अच्छी होती है जब उनका लीडर उन पर ट्रस्ट करता है, तब टीम अच्छी बनती है। और मेरे पास भी ऐसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं और दोनों एक ही फील्ड से दो ओपिनियन आते हैं, किसी को नाराज नहीं कर सकते हम कि किसी का यस कर दिया किसी का नो कर दिया। तो मैं मेरी बात करता तो मैं ऐसा बोलता हूँ ठीक है, सोच के शाम को जवाब दूंगा। ये जो सुबह की बात शाम तक लिंगरिंग जो हो जाती है तो उसमें बहुत सारा टाइम मिल जाता है विनय जी के, उसमें क्या हमें करना चाहिए। मुनाल भाई जानते हैं कि ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम आता तो मैं ऐसा ही बोलता था, कल सोच कर बोलेंगे। हाँ, कोई ऐसा डिसीजन है कि अर्जेंट लेना है तो हम ऑफिस बेरर बैठ के अर्जेंट डिसीजन लेते हैं। इसलिए हेक्टिक होके ऐसे टेम्परेचर घुमा के अगर कोई डिसीजन लेते हो तो अक्सर वो गलत हो जाता है। थोड़ा वेट करके, थोड़ा उस पर सोच के, कभी मानो कोई जगह फायर हो गया भागा दौड़ी में कहाँ से निकले रास्ता होता है निकलने का, मगर एक बार सोचो कि कहाँ से निकलना है तो ज्यादातर लोग निकल सकते हैं। इसलिए टाइम मैनेजमेंट और जो भी कुछ निर्णय जो भी कुछ डिसीजन लेना है उस पर थोड़ा गौर विचार करके गौर करके थोड़ा टाइम मिल जाए, नहीं तो सक्सेस अपने आप सामने आता है। और आज 5 महीना हो गया मुझे प्रेसिडेंट, मुझे ऐसा लगता ही नहीं है कि मुझे इतना हेक्टिक शेड्यूल है। मैं आता हूँ पूरा दिन मगर ऐसा लगता ही नहीं सर, एकदम इजी गोइंग चल रहा है मेरा चैम्बर। वो टाइम मैनेजमेंट और टीम मैनेजमेंट का काम। तो आज ये जो विनय जी ने कहा है वो हिसाब से वही सब्जेक्ट है जो रिलेटेड था, इसलिए मैंने मेरा अनुभव शेयर किया है। बस आगे आप कुछ क्वेश्चन।
So, anybody from audience? Yeah.
हेलो, आजकल अभी मैंने विनय जी को सुना तो इन्होंने एक चीज़ बहुत अच्छी बताई कि कई बार क्या है कि भाई हमारे सामने कोई बैठा है, हमारी ऑफिस में कोई आया है, हम कंप्यूटर पे काम कर रहे हैं और उसको इग्नोर करते हैं। तो हम सबको ये सीख लेनी है आज से ही कि भाई हम कोशिश करें कि भाई जब हमारे सामने कोई विजिटर बैठा है और अगर ज़रूरी नहीं है तो हमें क्या लैपटॉप अगर है तो उसको क्या बंद कर देना चाहिए या उसको इग्नोर नहीं करना चाहिए, थोड़ा आई इंटरेक्शन करके बातें करनी चाहिए। तो मैंने तो इनसे सीख लिया है, वो मैं अपनी ऑफिस में इम्प्लीमेंट करूँगा। थैंक यू विनय भाई।
So before I request Stalwart Ashwin Bhai Desai to give his blessings about today's program and about this book, I just would like to share about 2-3 points. So we continue the second thread, second chapter of business book review in November, and we have identified a speaker, Siddharth Dave. He is an international person doing a global trade, and today he has written an article in Times of India, and he is going to talk about the Alvin Toffler book, Power Shift. If you heard about Alvin Toffler, was very famous, and he has written the Third Wave, Future Shock, and Power Shift. Many books are there. So in November, we'll keep you posted. Second point, we would like to humbly invite you about tomorrow's program. That is, જો આપ બધા જાણતા હોય તો ટાટાએ પોતાની શરૂઆત નવસારીથી કરી હતી અને ચેમ્બર ઓફ કોમર્સ દક્ષિણ ગુજરાતને રિપ્રેઝેન્ટ કરે છે અને નવસારી ઇઝ અ પાર્ટ ઓફ દક્ષિણ ગુજરાત. સો બીંગ અ મહાજનની સંસ્થા, we decided to pay tribute to Ratan Tataji, and we have tried to identify the people, those who have a touch point with Ratan Tataji, and they are going to share about their view and paying tributes to Ratan Tataji. So one of them is a member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha, Shri Govind Bhai Todakia, who invited Ratan Tataji for Santokha Award. He stayed with him for a day. He came in a chartered plane. Another person, Kamlesh Yagnik, past president of Chamber of Commerce, and he was instrumental to take a round to Ratan Tataji for full Surat and Navsari. એમણે બતાવ્યું હતું. So what is his touch point? One more person, Vikrant Pandey, who has written a book on Tatas, and he has translated one book on Tata. So he is going to be there. We have also identified Chetan Shah. In a way that he is a past president of Chamber of Commerce and also the earliest dealer of Tata Ads or Tata Tele. And he met during 2006 probably, CEO of Tata TCS Ramudurai, and he requested for a special training session for him. And being an entrepreneur, that training for entrepreneur by the Tatas changed his lifestyle, and probably he is running a show at Solex also. And another two people, Jayanti Bhai, who is a dealer of Tata, that Taneria, Tanesh, Tata Motors dealer, how that Tata philosophy has changed their family business. They have left their conventional business and they have started joining with Tata for the rest of their life. And Siddharth Mandewala, that the person who talk about that how they identified to invest in Tata companies and how it changed their family and laid more than 100 crores. So these are the people, those who are going to talk about. Now I request humbly Ashwin Bhai to have a Ashirvachan about today's program and also about the book and about Vinay Bhai.
I am very thankful to Chamber. खूब धन्यवाद, आपने मेरे को यहाँ स्थापित किया है. Whether I am fit for this or not, I don't know. But thank you very much. विनय जी का मेरा परिचय विनय जी के साथ इतना तो नहीं है, पर जो है वो बहुत अच्छा है. जो कहते हैं ना, शांत स्वभाव, एकदम सरल स्वभाव और स्थापित आदमी है. मतलब एक आदमी जो सक्सेसफुल रहता है वो स्थापित होता है और सरल होता है, वो ये विनय जी है. वो इसलिए लग रहा है कि इनको आप देखिए, मैंने जितनी बार देखा है, बड़ी सभ्यता से, नम्रता से और सही तरीके से बात करते हैं. और जो सब्जेक्ट पे बात करते हैं वो एकदम सचोट करते हैं, टू द पॉइंट करते हैं. वो बताता है कि इन्होंने कितना ज्ञान वर्धन किया है. और इन्होंने ज्ञान वर्धन ही नहीं किया, खाली उन्होंने ज्ञान को अप्लाई किया है. आप कितना कमाते हो वो बहुत महत्व नहीं है जिंदगी में, पर आप किस तरह के आदमी बनते हो एज ए इंडिविजुअल, दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो विनय जी एक बहुत ऊंचे किस्म के आदमी हैं जो खुद को शो ऑफ नहीं करते, पर वो जब आपसे बात करते तब समझता है कि इनका लेवल बहुत अलग है. दैट इज व्हाट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड अबाउट विनय जी. और वो उन्होंने पाया है क्योंकि उन्होंने जो ज्ञान वर्धन की, ज्ञान पाया, अर्जन किया है, बुक पढ़ के, लोगों से बात करके. कल ही मेरे आज ही बता रहे थे, हम कल बोले गांधीनगर गए थे, तो किनको मिलने गए, तो बोले उन्होंने फ़ोन किया अजय तोमर साहब जी को, तो साहब हम यहाँ आए थे, आपको मिल सकते हो. तो सत्संग करके आए 1 घंटा तोमर साहब से. अब सी, दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी विच ज्ञानी आदमी जो है वो लेता है. अपन क्या करते हैं, खाली धंधा 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 करते, वो नहीं है. ये भाई हाफ मैराथन दौड़ता है, और आपको मालूम है हाफ मैराथन दौड़ने की बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कैपेबिलिटी चाहिए. और खूब ध्यान देना चाहिए। और बिजनेसमैन जब हाफ मैराथन दौड़ता है ना, वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। टाटा के जो अभी चेयरमैन है साहब, वो कौन है? अपने चंद्रशेखर जी, वो फुल मैराथन दौड़ते हैं। टाटा का चेयरमैन फुल मैराथन दौड़ता है और रेगुलरली दौड़ता है, आई अंडरस्टैंड। तो ये क्या होता है कि इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम मैनेजमेंट। अब टाइम मैनेजमेंट क्या आता है इनके पास? टाटा का मतलब 100 कंपनी का, वो ही इज अ डायरेक्टर एंड चेयरमैन ऑफ एंड इज अटेंडिंग। वो लोग इतना टाइम कहाँ से निकालते हैं? क्योंकि दे आर मैनेजिंग दैट टाइम। एंड ये विनय जी रीडिंग भी करते हैं, 1000 टन का पॉलिस्टर प्लांट भी चला रहे हैं, 300 टन का पेपर मिल भी चला रहे हैं, अग्रवाल मिल भी बड़ी सक्सेसफुली चला रहे हैं। और बाकी क्या करते हैं तो मालूम नहीं है। तो अभी थोड़ा बैठा था तो मैंने समझा। बट दिस इज सी मल्टी पर्सनालिटी विच ही इज। कहने का मतलब क्या, अपने असल जमाने में क्या होता था, अपन ज्ञानवर्धन करने के लिए सत्संग करते थे। आज चैम्बर को वी वुड लाइक टू थैंक दैट, वो सत्संग करने के लिए आज उन्होंने ये सेशन चालू किया बुक पे। और इसको सस्टेन करने का है। और देखो कितना बढ़िया मेहनत कर रहे हैं आप। देखो कल टाटा के उस पर बात करने के लिए उन्होंने 5-5, 6-6 स्पीकर बुलाए, वो आर ऑल एमिनेंट एंड दे आर नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम द चेम्बर और नियर बाय, बट दे आर फ्रॉम आउटसाइड ऑल्सो। तो अब आप सोचो कि एक प्रोग्राम बनाने के लिए इन्होंने कितनी मेहनत की होगी और कितना उसके एफर्ट डाला होगा। सो द मेन थिंग विच कम्स आउट ऑफ इट दैट he is doing the management of the whole program through this team, जिनको उन्होंने पूरा डेलिनेट करके रखा, भाई आप ये कर रहे हो, आप ये कर रहे हो, आप पंजाबी साहब ये कर रहे हैं, शुक्ला साहब ये कर रहे हैं। मैं थोड़ा डूइंग द बिजनेस एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ मैं अपने टेक्सटाइल मिल वाले का। मैं एक जमीन लेकर सौदा करने गया था 5 से 20 साल पहले। वो भाई बहुत बड़ी हस्ती थी, नाम नहीं देने की जरूरत है, पर वो बहुत बड़ी हस्ती थी और अच्छा से बहुत बड़ा नाम था सूरत के अंदर। अब मैं गया उनके वहाँ टेक्सटाइल मार्केट के अपॉइंट जो उन्होंने टाइम दिया था उस समय। अब मेरे सामने वो उनका एक एम्प्लॉय खड़ा था और वो एम्प्लॉय को झाड़ रहे थे। वो झाड़ रहे थे इसलिए कि उसने स्कूटर भी बहुत बड़ा रख दिया था, रिपेयरिंग का, खर्चे का, पेट्रोल का। और उसको छानबीन करके वो भाई उसको झाड़ रहे थे। मेरे 15 मिनट बिठा रखा। He was impressing me about his ability and capability of on the subject. But whatever it, मैं सर फोड़ के बैठा था कि क्या कर रहा है, मेरा टाइम बिगाड़ रहा है। अब मेरे को बताइए, अब वो आदमी आज जीरो हो गया। समय था उनका, वो समय में निकल गया आगे, बढ़ गया आगे, पर वो सस्टेन नहीं कर पाए बिकॉज मेथोडोलॉजी नहीं थी, सिस्टम मैनेजमेंट नहीं था, टाइम मैनेजमेंट नहीं था, पीपल मैनेजमेंट नहीं था, डेलिगेशन नहीं था। और वो आज दिख नहीं रहे, झगड़ी बगड़ी में परवारी है। तो कहने का मतलब ये है, आप टाइम मैनेजमेंट करो। अपने यहाँ सूरत में कितने अपन ने देखे जो ऊपर चले गए, कितने देखे जो नीचे भी चले गए। तो इस प्रोग्राम और जो मैंने जो बातें की वो एकदम सचोट की है और सही कही है। और इस पर अगर हम इम्प्लीमेंट कर ले तो माशाल्लाह अपन जिंदगी में सफल तो होगी। थैंक यू विनय भाई, थैंक यू
सो मच। थैंक यू सो मच।
અશ્વિનભાઈ ની વાત કરું તો વિનયભાઈ હાફ મેરેથોન દોડે છે, અશ્વિનભાઈ રોજ દોડે છે, રોજ સ્વિમિંગ કરે છે અને વેનસડે અને સન્ડે રોજ અહીંયાથી ડુમસ જાય છે। હું જોઉં છું એમને રેગ્યુલર। અને હું મામા કરીને અમે એમને વર્ષોથી મામા કહીએ છીએ અને હું મામા કરીને બૂમ પણ પાડું એમને હું સાયકલ પર રહું છું, એ ચાલતા હોય છે। એટલે આજે એમની પણ જે ટાઈમ મેનેજમેન્ટ છે ને આટલા બિઝી હોવા છતાં પણ રોજ ચોક્કસ ઉઠવું ટાઈમ પર, રોજ ચોક્કસ એક્સરસાઇઝ કરવી અને ગમે તે સિઝન હોય સ્વિમિંગ કરવા જવાનું એટલે જવાનું, રાઈટ અશ્વિનભાઈ? એ બી તાપી નથી।
Thank you, Ashwin bhai, for your kind and very encouraging words. आपने बोला मतलब it makes so much of a difference। और probably इतना अच्छा हूँ नहीं, but अभी आपने बोल दिया तो बोलते कि I have a rep to protect now। दूसरा मैं बोलूँगा सब लोग कि we are coming up with an amazing interactive session संडे को 10:30 अग्रसेन भवन में है। और डॉक्टर सुधीर शाह इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट सीनियर मोस्ट न्यूरो फिजिशियन इन इंडिया एंड ही इज अ पद्मश्री। और टॉपिक भी गजब की है, खुशियों की खोज में, इन परस्यूट ऑफ हैप्पीनेस। नाउ समझ लो somebody रियल सेंस में एक न्यूरो सर्जन या डॉक बतेगा तो आपको वो ब्रेन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोलेगा, और मे बी रविशंकर जी बोलेंगे वो आध्यात्मिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोलेंगे। Now here is a doctor who will talk in this topic for the first time, amalgamation of both, मतलब your physical brain and your conscious brain, डोपामिन आपको कैसे इफेक्ट करती है, your perception कैसा इफेक्ट करता है, दोनों का amalgamation. This is going to be for the first time कि in pursuit of happiness from a person par excellence, amazing. हमारा जो एक लैंडमार्क सेमिनार होता है ना, we run a NGO, हमने ये 40th सेमिनार है, 25th में हम एक स्पेशल जेंटलमैन को बुलाए थे, तो 40th में मैं कह रहा हूँ this 90-minute session is going to be a game changer. शायद हमारी खुशी की इंडेक्स अगर थर्मोमीटर की तरह मापने वाली हो, किसी की 32% है, वो 46 तो हो ही जाएगी। थैंक यू।
आपकी पढ़ाई में भी वो झलकता है विनय जी। आपने जब अतुल गवांडे जी का नाम बताया, जो जॉन हॉपकिंस इंस्टीट्यूट के साथ जुड़े हुए और डॉक्टर है, और जिन्होंने बिजनेस में एम्पैथी क्या करना है उसके बारे में बताया है। सो बिफोर आई मीन इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ वंडरफुल सेशन सुधीर भाई को सुनना। एंड बिफोर आई कॉल अपॉन केयूर भाई टू प्रपोज वोट ऑफ थैंक्स, आई जस्ट वांटेड टू हियर अबाउट आप कौन सी बुक जो है जिनका रिव्यू यहाँ वो सेशन अटेंड करना चाहेंगे। कैन एनीबडी गैस और कैन समबडी गाइड अस कि ये बुक होनी चाहिए, कोई बुक के बारे में। रविंद्र जी आप कुछ गाइड कर सकते हैं? सो आई मीन वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू एनलिस्ट दैट के ऑडियंस की तरफ से कुछ आए कि भाई हाँ which one? Psychology of money. That's good. Morgan Housel. Yeah.
You can heal your life.
You can
Heal your life.
you can read your
That is not a business book. वो ऑस्ट्रेलियन राइटर की है
हाँ राइट।
कि हेल्थ रिलेटेड।
अच्छा बिजनेस के साथ।
correct. That's good. Psychology of money. You can lead your life. Of course. आप कुछ कह रहे हैं? How to win friends and influence people. Right. So I have certain things. I mean, Kiyur, please come. So we are looking for to have a no rules rule के ऊपर कुछ बातें, Nexus 21 problems of 21st century, maybe atomic habits, maybe built to last, maybe romancing with balance sheet. We are going to cover all these books.
Thank you, Sanjay bhai, for handing over the dais. Hello friends, I am very happy to get this opportunity from our Mrunal sir to propose a word of thanks to one and all here. સૌથી પહેલા થેન્ક યુ તો એ વ્યક્તિને છે કે જેમણે આપણી સામે આ એફર્ટ્સ કર્યા, એક ખૂબ સારી સ્ક્રિપ્ટ સાથે ખૂબ સારા રિસર્ચ, એક ખૂબ રિટર્નની અંદર એક એક પોઈન્ટ કવર કરવાની ટ્રાય કરી, એના માટે વેરી બિગ થેન્ક્સ ટુ અવર વિનયભાઈ અગ્રવાલ સર। बिकॉज कोई पण वस्तु सोसायटी ने आपवी, नॉलेज सोसायटी ने आपवी, ये हमेशा एक नोबल कॉज होय छे અને કોઈ ગ્રેટ વ્યક્તિ જ આ વસ્તુ કરી શકે। સો વી આર વેરી થેન્કફુલ ટુ ધેમ। સેકન્ડ બટ વેરી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ થેન્ક્સ ટુ ધીસ એન્ટાયર પ્લેટફોર્મ, જે આપણા પ્રેસિડેન્ટ સર વિજય સર મેવાવાલા અને એમની સાથે ઓનરેબલ ટ્રેઝરર મૃણાલ સર આખું લીડ કરી રહ્યા છે। જેમ અશ્વિન સરે પણ કીધું કે બહુ મોટી મહેનત જતી હોય છે ટુ અરેન્જ ટુ માર્કેટ ધીસ એન્ટાયર પ્રોગ્રામ, બધા સુધી આટલા મેસેजेस પહોંચાડવા, અહીંયા સ્પીકર્સને વેલકમ કરવા। So a big thanks to the entire platform કે જે SGCCI અંદર પૂરું પાડે છે, વિજય સર એન્ડ મૃણાલ સર. Can we have a round of applause for him? Third, a very important thanks to our distinguished guest અશ્વિન ભાઈ, જેમણે અત્યારે એક સરસ એકદમ જ સરળ ભાષામાં એમનું પોતાનું એમણે વાત કરી, એમના માટે પણ થેન્ક્સ અ લોટ, બીકોઝ એમના આવવાથી આપણને એવું રિયલાઇઝ થાય છે કે કેટલી બધી વસ્તુ જરૂરી છે લાઈફની અંદર, કે આજે આ સ્ટેજ ઉપર બી अगर एमने आ वस्तु सीखવાનું મન થાય છે, so we are very lucky that we are able to learn these things at right now point. So thank you to our distinguished guest Ashwin bhai for being present here,
એન્ડ ધ લાસ્ટ બટ નોટ ધ લીસ્ટ બધા જ જિજ્ઞાસુ વ્યક્તિત્વવાળા જે આપણે બધા જ પોતાનો ટાઈમ કાઢીને ઇવનિંગની અંદર અહીંયા બધા જ ભેગા થયા છીએ એના માટે પણ થેન્ક્સ અ લોટ. તમે બધા જ આવ્યા અને તમારો તમે ટાઈમ સ્પેન્ડ કર્યો એના માટે થેન્ક્સ અ લોટ. અને આગળ પણ આવી રીતે તમે જેટલા પણ પ્રોગ્રામ્સ રાખીએ SGCCI, વી એક્સપેક્ટ અ ડબલ ઓડિયન્સ ફ્રોમ ઓલ ઓફ યોર સાઇડ્સ. તમારા સન, તમારા ડોટર, તમારા સિનિયર્સ બધાને જ લઈને આવો, બીકોઝ ધીસ બુક કેન રિયલી હેલ્પ એઝ ધ સર સ્ટાર્ટેડ લાઈક કે તમારા સોશિયલ, ફેમિલી બધે જ એંગલમાં. તમારી વાઈફ ભલે બિઝનેસ ના કરતી હોય, બટ ધીસ બુક્સ કેન રિયલી હેલ્પ ધેમ આઉટ. થેન્ક યુ સો મચ એન્ડ લુકિંગ ફોરવર્ડ ટુ સી યુ.